It's Howard Getson, CEO of Capitalogics, and I'm going to talk to you about getting back to work. I happen to employ a bunch of smart people, and when COVID happened, they did not want to come to work. They didn't feel safe, and when I said I think it's time for people to start to come back to the office, they said, I guess you don't know how to read statistics, it's not time. But things are different. I would say 90+% of my staff are vaccinated now. The ones who aren't, it was not a political decision, it was a medical decision. Somebody's pregnant, somebody had a certain condition, but the bottom line is the vast majority of people in our company are now vaccinated. But I still don't have everybody back to work. Here's how I think about it. In the beginning, when COVID first happened, everybody was scared. And when they were home, they worked because it gave them a sense of control. And initially, productivity soared. In my company, I was amazed at how much really quality thinking work was done collaboratively, even using these remote tools. Obviously, we used Zoom and Teams and a whole bunch of these remote work or collaboration platforms, but it worked. Fast forward 3-6 months later, and I would imagine one of these smart people saying, oh, it's time to get the mail. And they would go to get the mail, and then when they came back in, they would say, oh, maybe I'll have a cup of tea. Hey, as I read the mail, maybe I'll turn on the TV. Oh, I ought to check my email. Oh, look, the Twitter and Reddit and Instagram. And I saw productivity flatten, start to lag a little bit. But right around that time, we got better at managing remote work, and work got a little bit better. And then something weird happened. People started to like working from home. They started talking about how when COVID ended, they didn't really want to come back to work. Fast forward till now, over a year after COVID, and it's been a struggle, but I have our team back in the office full-time 2 days a week. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Everybody's there. Almost everybody's there. I don't know how long it's going to be before we get more than that. On the other days of the week, I have, 5 people, 8 people in the office. But for the most part, they like this concept of 2 days in the office because they understand that there's communication, coordination, collaboration, serendipity that happens by walking around, by seeing somebody in the conference room, by listening to something you heard in the lunchroom. But they really like the freedom, the commute, the free time, the cycles that they've put back in their life. And I don't think that's really going to change. Big portion of America has decided they're not going to go back to work. A whole bunch of people quit their original job. And I think you're going to see more of that as people start to realize if I can work remote, I can be a solopreneur. I can do what I do for multiple companies. I think it's a pendulum. I think you're going to see it swing. If I look at my own company, just a little bit of history, my company started in my house. They talk about like Apple Computer starting in a garage. Well, my business started in my house and we grew to 23 people there. And I don't even know how it happened because when we got to like 5 people, I remember feeling like, this is too many people in the house. I'm a little bit uncomfortable. But somehow we went to like 5 to 15 to 20. And at 23, the neighborhood homeowners association came by and were like, this is not cool. You can't have people park there. This violates the terms. We started to have people park at the supermarket, and we ran like a shuttle service to get people to the house. And the bottom line is, almost everybody who worked in the house still works for the company. And the reason is, it felt like family. it felt tight. There was culture, there was commitment, there was a shared focus, a shared purpose. And that's what's missing right now with COVID is people got separated and they disassociated from the ties that bind. And I think what's going to get people back to the office is as we focus more and more on culture, on the energy of what made people feel good about being together. We've started paying for lunches, so we cater lunches on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We've dramatically upped our snack game. We bought Nespresso machines. We're not buying the generic version of this, that, or the other. We're buying the ones that the people want. Because if they're home, that's what they have. And we're competing with that. We need to make it where it's at least as good as what they have at home, but something extra. And that something extra is the sense of togetherness. It's the love. It's the connection. It's the human side. It's not the technology. You can get people great technology at home. It's the people. And so even if you're in a tech business, it's still a people business. The heart of AI is still human. I hope that helps.